In this question, we're given a scatter graph, which shows information about the volume of traffic and the carbon monoxide level at a point on the road each day for 22 days. We're told that one point is an outlier, and in part A, we need to write down the coordinates of this point. Now the first thing that we can do is to define what an outlier is. And so we can say that an outlier is a point that lies outside of the overall pattern in a set of data. And so if we take a look at our scatter graph, we can see that there is a clear outlier in the top left corner. We can see that this point doesn't really fit in with the rest of the points, and it just kind of exists on its own. And so that's exactly what an outlier is. So we need to write down the coordinates of this point, and reading off our graph, we can see that the coordinates of this outlier is 118. Now we're then told that for another day, 370 cars pass the point on this road. And in part B, we need to estimate the carbon monoxide level for this day. And so we need to use our graph in order to find the carbon monoxide level at the point at which the number of cars is equal to 370. But before we can read that off our graph, we need to draw a line of best fit. Now that we've drawn our line of best fit, we can use this in order to find the carbon monoxide level on the day at which 370 cars pass the point on the road. To do this, we can start by identifying the point at which x is equal to 370 and drawing a vertical line from this point up until the line of best fit. And so you can see that we've identified the point at which the number of cars is equal to 370 and we've drawn a line up until the line of best fit. This is going to help us to find the carbon monoxide level at this day. We can now draw a horizontal line from the point at which the line of best fit and the purple line meet up until the y-axis. And so the point at which the horizontal line crosses the y-axis will tell us the carbon monoxide level at the point at which the number of cars is equal to 370. And so reading off from our graph, we can see that the purple horizontal line crosses the y-axis at the point at which the carbon monoxide level is equal to 13.6. And so our estimation for the carbon monoxide level for the day at which 370 cars pass the point on the road is equal to 13.6 milligrams per meters cubed. Now Alfie says that because there is an outlier, there is no correlation. And in part C, we need to decide if Alfie is correct, giving a reason for our answer. Now if we take another look at our graph, we can see that regardless of the outlier, the data still shows a positive correlation. And so the outlier doesn't affect correlation at all, because the outlier is a point that we can just ignore. And so we can say that Alfie is not correct, because we can ignore the outlier. Now this question is worth 4 marks. We get the first mark for the correct coordinates of the point of the outlier in part A. We get the second mark for drawing a line of best fit, so that we're able to estimate the carbon monoxide level on the day at which 370 cars pass the point on the road. And we get the third mark for using this line of best fit in order to find that the carbon monoxide level on this day was about 13.6 milligrams per meters cubed. And we get the fourth and final mark in part C for saying that Alfie is not correct because we can ignore the outlier, allowing us to achieve the full 4 marks needed in this question.